And then I partnered up with these guys to help promote and do whatever I can. And it's going to take place Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd and May 24th at the Torrance Marriott in Redondo Beach, California. And it really
Yes.
is going to go ahead.
No, I said yes, sir. I'm just
Yeah.
agreeing with
Yeah.
it.
And it's really going to be the year of Motu, you know.
Absolutely, 100%.
And Mike, this you said this came to you in a fever dream. You always say a fever dream.
Feels like a fever dream right now. That's what I say. That's what I say. This came to me in a moment of like it's just like this deep depression, sadness, actually, because when I got the announcement that PowerCon was moving to Ohio, I was crushed. I was like, man, I've had so many great memories over the past 10 years at this con, and now it's going to be on the other side of the country. Like, wow. And it took a minute to sink in, and then it was more of like, okay, well, what could I do? Maybe I can make my own convention. And I'm like, well, I don't have any funds to do that. Maybe I'll look at Kickstarter. I know people use Kickstarter to help gain funds. And late night, I wrote up, I called it Masters Con, which I'm sure would have got me a cease and desist real fast. Either from golfing or Motu, one of the two. But yeah, I wrote all this stuff and submitted it, and Kickstarter actually came back and said, it sounds like a great idea, but there's not much to go on here. It's too, and their exact words were bare bones in quotes.
I wonder if a lot of conventions started this way.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. Yeah.
Either a cancellation of another convention or just a dream of theirs. And they start out grassroots, and then they grow into something like this. And it's amazing that you're doing it. And what's really cool about this is there's so many. Jay is like an expert at conventions, because this is not Jay's first rodeo. It's not like just a bunch of guys, because they've assembled this whole team to help. It's not like it's a bunch of guys that have no clue what they're doing. Jay has had experience in multiple events, right, Jay?
Yeah, I've run a few events here and there, mostly here in Canada. I have not really done anything in the United States, although it's not for lack of trying. But yeah, this is not my first time on the rodeo, so I know my way around the corner. That's for sure. So.
And I think we have some people on our team as well that have done work with PowerCon, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So there's a lot of people who have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
So it's really good to have that as a backbone. I do want to say hi to Yuka. I met him at Joe Fest 2025. He's in the chat right now. So good to see you, Yuka, all the way from Brazil. So we have some international viewers tonight as well.
Nice.
So, great.
So now, this is a good point. I got to start doing my part. Being my first broadcast, I got to start sharing some of the people that are in the chat here.
Got to start clicking through the chats.
Yep. And Ryan is here, and he's saying, I'm the first here. Hey, Ryan. And then we have Warren. Hi, everyone. We all have the power.
Yes, we do.
I love his avatar.
Absolutely.
Actually. And then we have the Prince and Princess of Wales. I want Netflix to do another. No kidding.
Yep, absolutely.
No kidding. You guys, Mike, can you make that happen too? Can that be your next screen?
Let's start a Kickstarter, guys.
Yeah.
Will it into existence, Michael.
That's right. And then we have Aficionados Joe's. Hey, Jay, congrats. Greetings from Brazil. It's Yuka. We met at Joe Fest 25.
Nice.
And then Ryan says, I hope you make it. Yeah, we hope you make it too. Oh, and then Kenzo, please stay on. Jay, don't run off.
I like how that's become just a running joke for the past few days now.
We had this running joke where we were on a live stream once with Jay, and Kenzo appeared. And then Jay immediately took off. But it was just timing. It was just coincidence.
The timing just happened to be that way. It wasn't done on purpose.
But now it's been a running joke that anytime Kenzo appears, in comments, in chat, or in video, that Jay runs and takes off. So let me remove Kenzo's comment. There we go.
Hey, what's going on? What happened? Something happened. I don't know what went wrong.
Yeah.
They spent 2 hours together last night in the same thing, so it's good to know there's no beef or anything there. Okay.
Yeah. And Jordan from Canada. Nice. Yes, they're live. Motu.
That's his go-to.
Greetings from Brazil.
Right there.
It's so nice that everyone's joining.
Lots of Brazil. That's awesome.
So, everyone, I'm sure a lot of the supporters and stuff, I want to mix MOTUNIVERSE with also like one of our best experiences, like sort of con related. I know I don't have many experiences, but I do have something to bring up. But you guys have a lot of experiences, and
maybe too many.
Maybe too many. So you're just going to have to pick one. But the first thing I want to do is I do want to go through the top 10 reasons why you need to go to MOTUNIVERSE. Okay, guys, and to their defense, okay, to Mike and Jay's defense, they've never seen this top 10 before. Okay, and just the caveat: this top 10 was not compiled by me, but it was compiled by the world's geniuses. The ancient sages, the mountaintop hermits, the wisest gurus across the land, and thanks to them, now we have this top 10 list.
I was like, is that the He-Mania forum or what?
They just all emailed me. They saw the top 10. They all submitted. Just go with it. So, gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
No preamble. No freaking like foreplay. Nothing. Like
no
that.
Drum roll.
Straight right into it. Right. So okay. All right.
Yeah, we're talking about.
We're doing this live. We're doing this live. We're doing this live.
And these are the top 10 reasons why. You know what? Should we get some applause that we're doing this?
Oh wow! That's a neat trick. How do you do
Production
that?
value.
I want to learn how to do that. That's
all right. Some top 10 reasons why you need to go to MOTUNIVERSE. Number 10, the MOTUNIVERSE convention in Southern California will be under 30 miles from Disneyland and other big attractions and top-tier restaurants, making it a perfect convention to build your family vacation around.
Wow,
that's a good number 10. I would agree.
Yeah. No idea. I'm in Canada.
You got Disneyland.
It's about to snow up here, so I have no idea.
Universal's probably, a little bit harder because you actually got to go through LA proper to get to it, depending on traffic. But I would say less than an hour away to Universal.
Nice.
You have Knott's Berry Farm, which is kind of a more local park, but if you like Snoopy is the big mascot for Knott's Berry Farm. Plus, they have great boysenberry pie. You got medieval times, dinner adventure kind of thing going on there. Medieval times is right down the road too, not too far if you want to have a fun dinner with your family.
Boysenberry pie is so random.
That's what they're known for. They're known for their boysenberry. That's kind of what made Knott's Berry famous.
I keep thinking boysenberry. I don't know why.
Boysenberry.
Boysenberry. You're not trying to poison people.
Boysenberry.
See, in Canada, they don't have berries. They just got maple syrup.
He's like, what's a berry?
Excuse Jerry.
We have grapes. Jay. Okay, we have grapes. That's why we have the best ice wine in the world. Okay, so.
All right, so number 9. Thanks to his voice as King Nero in the animated series Masters of the Universe Revolution, MOTUNIVERSE is your chance to meet Tim Sheridan, the only man that can say both Mark Hamill and William Shatner are my sons.
That's great.
That's a great one.
Yeah. If you need any kind of calling card or you put on your business card, that's
we should have added that to his bio.
My boy,
we should 100% add that to his bio. The father of Mark Hamill and William Shatner. 100%. I am doing it. We're gonna add it right now. We're gonna put that. We're gonna put that in a post on He-Mania. We're gonna get AJ to put that in a post on He-Mania.com.
Okay.
Whoever put that one for made sure they got their name. They deserve credit for that one. That was a good one.
I actually forgot he voiced King Miro, so that
Yeah,
we
me
should
too,
actually add that to his bio at least.
I
That he
was
voiced
yeah,
King Miro.
I wasn't joking. I was gonna. I'm
Yeah,
still doing it.
No, I wasn't. Yeah, it's like no, we're doing it.
All right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Number 8, the MOTUNIVERSE convention will finally be a place where you can wear your furry loincloth and not get laughed at.
Not entirely true, but we'll try. We'll.
I'm like, am I guessing?
Your picture will be taken. That's for absolutely.
Yeah, as long as you're comfortable in it, because people will be taking your photo.
Hey, I won't laugh at you. I'll probably be in a furry loincloth as well. Oh, I have a great radio voice. Thank you, Jordan. Okay. Number 7. MOTUNIVERSE will only be 9.9 miles away from the Mattel building, which is a big attraction for Mattel to contribute to this spectacular Masters of the Universe event. I can say no more.
I mean, it's not untrue.
Yeah,
that is for sure. I mean, I've been to El Segundo, and it's glorious. You know, it's a great place. I wish I could have gotten to the lobby. It was closed when I was there, so that was unfortunate. But other than that, it is a great place to visit. 100%. It's like, again, it's the Mecca, right? It is the Mecca for He-Man aficionados. And I've been told I have a great face for radio, so maybe I should think about
that. Well, it is 9.9 miles, man. That's like a breeze. So yeah. Okay. Number 6. If Michael and Toy Sorcerers from Toy Habits attend MOTUNIVERSE, because it's a He-Man and She-Ra convention, they won't be able to talk G.I. Joe, Transformers, or Gem. The 6 top 10 reasons why you want to go.
They will. We want them to. We're not trying to exclusively be Motu, right? Like, we want Thundercats and Silverhawks and all these other properties to have representation there.
Absolutely, 100%. And but I'll be honest with you, like knowing them, they're just gonna be busy on their little keyboards. It's like it doesn't matter what they're doing. Like 5 minutes into the freaking show,
we'll be like, "Where's Michael? Oh, he went back up to the room to write an article."
No, he's just doing it right there. He's got his little like laptop.
Yeah, it's a challenge that I'm not looking forward to, guys. So, He-Mania.com. So.
Oh man, I remember he ran up to the press office at San Diego Comic-Con and just he was going like a madman, absolute madman. So great stuff.
All right, number 5. MOTUNIVERSE is being held at Redondo Beach, California, the residence epicenter of celebrity guests. This location has already proven very attractive to many unannounced celebrities because it will only be a car ride away. And that's true. That's what's great about this location, is that as we gather more and more talent, and as you guys reach out and sign the dotted line, it's not really a far ask for these people.
I think the fact that we wanted to hold it in Torrance and just the LA area was that reason alone. It was the reason why Jay and I were like, this could work, because again, we knew we were going to need funding, and if we were to try to do it anywhere else, having to pay for flights and crazy things like that for the majority of the talent would have crushed our budget. But the fact that most will only require like town cars to and from their homes or anything like that, will really keep costs down. Obviously we still do want to fly in talent here and there, but to have that limited and not have to fly in all the talent was huge.
Right.
Yeah, I mentioned in a couple of live streams already that one of the biggest factors for any convention is guests, and one of the biggest hurdles to that is definitely flying them in from different locations, which is still a hurdle for us because we are planning, as you know, AJ, to perhaps have some guests from the movie, which it's a long shot, it really is, but the majority of active guests who would probably be accessible to us are probably outside of the United States and actually overseas. So it'll be a challenge, but if we reach our full stretch goals, we think that we can definitely reach those possibilities, and with everyone's help, we might actually be able to do that. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think that's actually addressed and later in the top 10. But this is why those stretch goals are so important. So if anyone doesn't know out there, MOTUNIVERSE has already funded and already reached one stretch goal. But there's 3 more stretch goals to go. And the more stretch goals that are achieved, the more Mike and Jay are able to allocate funds in bringing in these great guests. Even though it's great that being in this area is going to afford a lot of guests that are not going to require flights, and some might not even want a hotel room. It might be so close to their home, they're like, you know what, I'll just stay in my own bed. But others, for ones that are further away, this will basically afford the convention not to be even bigger and allocate more space, but better with more big name talent bringing them in. And that's why these, definitely don't sleep on like, I don't need to contribute right now, because it's already funded. This is where it really matters, these stretch goals, right, guys?
Definitely.
If these stretch goals are met, we're able to actually offer a lot more to attendees and give added value to everything that's happening at the convention. So it's in these early days. Obviously, we've already gone above and beyond what we expected, but still, we want to achieve more, and we want people to really enjoy the convention as much as possible. And raising these types of funds will really help going towards that for sure.
All right, number 4. MOTUNIVERSE will occur during the apex of brand excitement. 10 days before the big budget Masters of the Universe movie will advance screen in cinemas on that Wednesday, and even closer to the film's star-studded premiere party. Could that be advantage? I will say no more.
I love these addendums that keep leaving. I love them.
I swear these were compiled by the world's geniuses and sages. I have nothing to do with it.
They know what they're talking about. They know what they're talking about.
So
yeah,
okay.
I would 100% agree with the world's geniuses that one of the big reasons we wanted this to happen now was getting that movie buzz. This is a movie year.
Yeah.
And we knew we wanted to be before the release. We wanted to be a part of the hype. To celebrate, this will be the first time in nearly 40 years that we will have Masters of the Universe on the big screen. And to me, that's a big deal. I've been waiting for this since the early 2000s when, there was all this talk about, and then it just kept getting transferred. And it got to the point, right, where I think I even put on my Instagram back in 2019, there was an announcement about it coming out in 2021. And I'm like, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. Like, I didn't even believe it when they said that was going to happen. And sure enough, I was right. It didn't happen.
That's right.
So when even when this one was announced, I was very, very skeptical. But here we are. It looks like they're taking it very seriously this time, which is fantastic. And of course, yes, being so close to Mattel, being so close to Los Angeles and the premiere date, my fingers are crossed that they'll be like, there's a convention going on where hundreds, maybe thousands of Masters of the Universe fans are congregating. Maybe we should have a presence there.
Yeah. That would be awesome. And I feel you about this movie. I mean, especially the last. I got word of the last stall when Kyle Allen was He-Man, and I was like, "This is never going to happen. It's never going to happen," you know.
Right.
And none of us believed it when it was announced again for Amazon MGM. It wasn't until I think we saw that they were actually filming, or maybe when Camila Mendes dyed her hair red, right? And then
Right.
we're like, I think this is really happening, guys. But even then, we're ready for the carpet to be pulled out from underneath of us.
Yeah.
So
When they
and I,
showed the behind the scenes, or what were they, like candid pictures, which were amazingly clear and close to Nicholas with his Prince Adam look.
yeah,
Just a
That
bit
was when I was like,
too
okay,
clear. Not
right.
across, not 20 feet up, and in a weird
And
angle.
then,
No,
yeah,
these were like,
those drone views of the set were that was like, oh wow, okay,
yeah.
this
This
is a thing.
Yeah,
This is
this is
happening.
yeah.
big
And
budget.
guys, we're gonna get after the top 10. We're gonna get to more comments. So just hang tight and keep
Yeah.
the comments coming.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. But yeah, this has been my dream. You know, actually, Mike and Jay had me, or Jay had me and Mike on an early live stream, and it was like, "What's your top 10, or what's your number one expectation?" And Mike said the con, and my con was a real underneath number two, because I knew being part of this con and being so excited to help and being a part of it, you know, being one of the team members and promoting the heck out of this, was still just a slight number two under the actual He-Man movie, because I've been dreaming about a movie since 87, you know, or maybe 88, because I didn't stay in the theater. I saw Masters of the Universe in the theater in 1987, but I didn't stay at the end of the credits and see that I'll be back. Yeah, it wasn't until I think VHS as a kid, I'm like, holy crap, they're coming back. Never came back.
Never came back.
Never came back. So, all right. Number 3. MOTUNIVERSE will occur before the new Masters of the Universe movie. So even if the movie stinks, we won't know until after this awesome celebration, and it won't kill our buzz.
That is very true. That is very true.
That is true.
Oh my god, that's so classic.
Imagine if no one liked this movie and MOTUNIVERSE was 2 weeks after the film came out. What a buzzkill that would be, you know? And I'm praying, it looks so good so far. We still have to see a trailer. I'm praying that doesn't happen, but this will be great. We will be riding a high, you know, not knowing what's ahead of us.
Yeah. There'll probably be some, screenings ahead of the con, because of, they do those early screenings sometimes a month or two ahead. Being that we're only 10 days, there'll be some people that have seen it, but it won't be the general masses kind of thing.
Oh, the test screenings you're talking about.
Yeah, the test screenings, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone can sign me up for that. That would be amazing, because I'd love to see.
Oh, that would be incredible. That would be incredible.
I want to be there for the test. I might be a little biased, but
And I swear I'm not recording it, Mr. Mattel representative.
Yeah, I know, right? No little clips here, no viral videos.
Old 80s thing on your shoulder.
Big old 80s camcorder.
I swear I'm not recording.
That'd be so fun. I'm sorry, that would be hilarious.
Yep. Okay. When we only have 2 left here. So number 2 on the top 10 reasons why you need to go to MOTUNIVERSE is MOTUNIVERSE will make history, a once-in-a-lifetime event at the peak of brand awareness, a chance to celebrate with this awesome community. You will kick yourself if you can't make it. And I agree. We all hope MOTUNIVERSE and Mike Stream continues year after year after year, but this really, the way everything is set up, might be the biggest year out of all, this next year, because of the movie and everything else. And we can't guarantee more movies, more video games, right? We're getting a video game.
Absolutely.
And so if you're going to go to one, this is the
inaugural one.
This is the one. Yep.
You could become a founder and then have your name stamped on it that you were there from the beginning.
Yes,
years to come.
for years to come. That's
We'll
right.
make it happen.
And what do you get in that founder package? You get a T-shirt, right? You get a pin. You get a
Yep.
lanyard, right?
A medallion.
Oh, the
Same here.
medallion, the big coin.
Yeah, you know what?
Things.
Actually, let's. Why don't we go through that really quickly, AJ? Because
Well, we have one more.
He's
All right,
got to do
finish-
his number one. He's got to do his number one.
We have to finish the top 10, and then we could go through it. You can't skip number 1, Jay.
You got ahead of me a little.
Okay, and then finally, let's see here. Finally, the number 1 reason why you need to go to MOTUNIVERSE.
Nice.
I love it.
Is you want to go to MOTUNIVERSE this May in 2026 because Jay promised to be dressed as Tila.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
did. I'm a man of my word.
That was if we hit a certain stretch goal though. So we have to hit that stretch goal.
Wait. What was it? Dressed as who?
Tila.
Tila. No, we gotta hit 30,000. But I will say I am prepared. I am well prepared to dress up as Gwildor. I will dress as Gwildor. I have no problems with this. I am ready. I am absolutely ready.
So that's it, gentlemen. That is top 10 reasons. Thanks to all the wise gurus to give us that.
Well, here I thought you were having us do it. I did all this homework. I made a top 10 list.
Oh,
all right. Well, let's hear Mike's top 10.
Mike, I wouldn't have given you
I'm going to
that
go
much
through
really
quickly.
I wouldn't have given you that much homework on short notice, Mike. So I'm sorry.
Okay. So my number 10 is it's a return of the West Coast Masters Universe Convention. For those that have missed it, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
Yep.
We're bringing it back. Number 9, we're celebrating 44 years of Masters of the Universe. Like, yeah, it's not a big normal number, but sometimes that's fun when it's like an off number. You know, my dad surprised my mom on like their 37th wedding anniversary with like this big extravaganza because he wanted to throw her off. I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah, a little romantic. Maybe Nicholas Galaxine will surprise us. And
number 8 would be that you're going to get to go to some panels and hear behind the scenes stories from these toy makers. I will tell you that PowerCon was my favorite con because I got to hear these stories from people that created this whole universe. And honestly, I was considering putting that higher because that was one of my favorite things of cons was being able to hear the stories of these guys. Number 7, and again, this is based on the ask will come from us. So we're looking to have some epic vendors and some rare collectibles. Like if you're a Motu collector, you're going to want to come to MOTUNIVERSE because all the vendors are going to be bringing out their grails. And, you know, hopefully I'm leaving there with a Ride-On Battle Cat spring. That's my goal, right? I want that. Or the record player. Oh, man, the vintage record player is so good.
yeah.
Where was I at? 6? Number 6. We plan on really highlighting customizers and dioramas. So we really want, and we actually are kind of in progress of hitting that goal. We actually hit the 10K goal, which allows us to get some breakout rooms. You know, the more space we can get, the bigger we can have to be able to showcase. We really want to have some really cool. You know, we have our friend Skelevator on the team. He's got like a 4.5, almost 5 foot Snake Mountain and giant Castle Grayskull. Kenny, who's in the chat, has a giant crystal castle that's like 3.5, 4 feet tall. We really want to showcase those with some custom characters that they've all been working on, 3D printing, and the paint apps these guys are doing. It literally looks sometimes, you know, sorry Mattel, but it sometimes does look better than what Mattel is doing with these paint apps on this stuff. Let's see. Number 5, the cosplay. We definitely are in right now between that, the 15K. We really want to showcase cosplay and really celebrate all the cosplayers. We wanted to have a cosplay contest. We're calling it a cosplay extravaganza. And if we hit that 15K stretch goal, that's gonna allow us, to have prizes and such things like that, which we can get into. What did I put here? Where am I at? 4?
I think so.
Yep,
Yeah.
I think so.
4 is gonna be that we're gonna celebrate She-Ra and a proper 40th. Again, please know we're gonna try to everything on our end to try to get the talent that worked on that show and worked on that toy line. Anything that had to do with Princess of Power, we want to celebrate. Number 3, I put that we're gonna have family-friendly fun for everybody. So we want to have some kid stuff. Behind the scenes, we're actually working on a mascot that, we want to have like coloring things for kids to color our mascot, and maybe, all sorts of activities, from maybe a scavenger hunt or, I don't know. We were talking all sorts of stuff, coming up with ideas. We'd love to hear from you guys if you have fun, family friendly kind of ideas. Definitely hit us up on the DMs and let us know. Number 2, I put that the Kickstarter has the early VIP perks, and you're going to get it, 40% off for VIP, that you can get in an hour early, because we do really want to have exclusives at this show. Again, we're hard at work to try to make some things happen to get some exclusives for you guys. Now, whether that's from Mattel or, an independent toy company, we're still kind of working out kinks. But we want exclusives there, and you're going to want to be able to get into that exhibit room early so you can pick them up from people, like whether we have it on our website for sale or not. You might be able to get in. Some other vendors might have their own exclusives. Who knows? So getting in that hour early is kind of really, really special.
Yeah.
And then number 1, drum roll, is you get to hang out with everybody you only get to see like this normally, and we get to raise a drink together. If you don't drink, just raise your Coke or something, and we get to just celebrate Masters of the Universe in person together for an entire weekend. And really just the more people we can get, let's take over this hotel and just make it a MOTU extravaganza. And I just can't wait to meet everybody in person. And that was my favorite part about PowerCon. We were leading into the next thing about what do we like, right? There's something special about everyone being there for that same IP. I mentioned this in a previous one, but the Four Horsemen just mentioned something about Legion's Con, and they hit it right on the nose with what they were talking about. There's just this energy there, and it's so fun to be able to meet up with people from the community that you normally only get to see online, but being able to hang out in person, even just for a weekend.
That's a great list.
Absolutely.
That's a great list. I'm still disappointed that you didn't include Jay as Tila. The crowd wants that.
No one wants that. No one wants that.
All right. So before we let Jay take over the show here with the screen, let's get to some of these comments here. So what we missed. Let's see. Okay, Ryan. Let's see. Start with Ryan. Get Chris Wood, Melissa Benoist. I think it's Benoist, right? And William Shatner. Damn it.
Benoist? I thought it was because
it's Benoit. So it's Benoit, but even she's actually been on talk shows where
it says Benoist.
Where she says she's been on talk shows where people have brought it up. It's Benoit, right? It's a French name. But I think the family over time ended up just calling it Benoist because of the American. You damn Americans!
Well, it's like that. The wrestler, what's his name? Chris Benoit, right?
Chris Benoit. That's right, Chris Benoit. Right. You Americans tend to change everything. You don't know how to spell, right? You guys are always doing some weird things with language. So it's okay.
Yep.
We forgive you.
Masters Universe Classic. I like the comparison videos you've done recently for the new game. Oh, to the Filmation series. Thank you very much. Any idea on a release date other than early 2026? No. But hopefully those guys will be on the podcast soon. And hopefully they can shed some light in regards to when it's coming out. But right now, I have no idea. Do you guys have any inkling at all? No. Okay.
We definitely want to reach out to them, though. We'd love, that's kind of another aspect we were talking about. We're going to celebrate Masters Universe video games throughout the years. Would love to have an arcade kind of thing set up where people can play different versions of the games, including the Dragon Pearl of Destruction.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We're very hopeful. We're not, obviously it's a game which is being worked on still. So it would be great to have it there, but these things take time. But yeah, we're very excited about the game, 100%.
Yeah.
So Turnianos says, if you don't want to find a cure to stop being a He-Maniac, you have another reason to go to MOTUNIVERSE. Very good reason. Yep, we're all He-Maniacs here.
Right.
Well
All
said.
here.
Oh, geez. Who are your top 5 fave of Skeletor warriors each? Oh, I guess the evil warriors. Oh.
I mean, I got to go Too Bad. I was just mentioning. So Too Bad's my favorite. But of course, I got love for the original. So you got what? Merman and Beastman for sure. Spikor and Trapjaw.
Okay. I think mine is Web Store. Of course, it's my number 1. Beastman, Merman, Evelyn, and Trapjaw, I guess.
Are they asking for 5 or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right on the list.
Skeletor is always my really. I think Skeletor at least is in the equation for a lot of people, right? So, but obviously we're talking about henchmen.
Yes.
So, all right, I would have to go Evelyn. She's definitely like right hand woman. You know what I mean? Like, I think Panther is considered a henchman. You know what I mean? I mean, so I would definitely go with Panther on that one. I've always been partial to Mentana's with the Horde, so I guess I can't use that one, right? So, and you know what? I don't know why I really like Horde figures. I keep thinking Leech Mentana, and then I'm like, no, wait, those are Horde figures, damn it! All right, let me
don't mix your peanut butter up with your jelly.
So, yeah, man, there was just so much fun. But Beastman, 100%. It's got to be. Yeah, I'm going with the classics here. I'm going with Evelyn, Beastman. I'd probably say Merman for sure. The entire Rogues gallery that were like first wave, pretty much. I mean, you can't get away from those. But I'm trying to think of an outlier that I really enjoyed as a character. But right now, it really is Beastman, Evelyn, Trapjaw. 100%. I love Trapjaw. See, again, it's just the straight up Rogues gallery. I'm so boring. I'm so boring that way.
2 hours later, I just really
maybe this one. I really am. Many Faces was supposed to be an evil character once upon a time, right?
And technically, Zodak, right?
Technically. Yeah, exactly. And technically, his first appearance in Filmation was evil, right? So,
well, yeah. Well, he was good by the end of the show. Right.
Sure. What I mean, right? But his first appearance, right? But I remember as a kid when I was playing with him, because he was marketed as a bad guy, right? I always thought he was really cool, right? So I'm not obviously I can't add him on that level, but
Many Faces, yeah, he was like an actor, and then they did a flashback, and he was being picked on, so I think that's why he. Yeah.
Mosquito is with the Horde, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I'm picking all these damn Horde figures. I just can't do it. I think I have to go with Whiplash, and then I would have to go with man. Now I'm stuck because again, I'll just go with
Ryan saying everyone's leaving Triclops out of their top 5.
I like Triclops, but there was something about Triclops I wasn't really. Not that I wasn't really into, but there was something about Triclops that I don't know. You know what it is? I never had Triclops as a figure. Mm-hmm. I never had Triclops as a figure. So I think I'll end up going with Ninjor. I think Ninjor is a really cool character.
There you
Wow.
go. Wow.
I think
That's an
Ninjor's
awesome
pretty cool.
pick, Jay.
Yeah, I think Ninjor is really cool. I think he's a cool character.
Yeah, Whiplash too is up there for me. I love Whiplash.
I remember I love Whiplash because I never had him. My friends had him, and the tail was just a really neat item. Right?
Yeah, it really was.
It was a really neat item.
I'm like trying to look back at all my figures. Who else do I got?
I would have, I was absolutely 100% going to say, because one of my favorite villains is Ratlor, but Ratlor is actually technically one of the Snake Men, right?
What about Cobra Khan?
Cobra Khan is a really cool
Snake Men slash.
Yeah, but Cobra Khan has allegiances in both camps, right?
Yeah.
Like he was introduced as a Skeletor villain, and then they retconned him for.
According to 2000X, he's just a descendant or something like that, right? I just watched that episode this morning. It's kind of crazy.
He's not really a Snake Man. He's just
right.
Just, So,
but there were snake people though in Filmation. That was interesting.
Yes.
Yeah,
some bubblegum cards. Oh, is he referencing my shirt here?
So, who's this mysterious man in the mask? Mr. Home Arcade.
Home Arcade.
I'm not sure if this was in the plans, but you should hold a raffle there at the con, and I'd like to donate a bunch of brand new Motu figures for it if that's cool. Wow.
There we go.
That would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
That is incredible. Yeah.
Oh.
No, wait. So, Mr. Home Arcade, are these your customs or are these the in package Origins figures? Because I think people would kill for a couple of your custom figures, but I know that's not the cards. I'm just making a clarification.
We do need to get him out there, though. I know he's a busy man.
I think he
is a very busy man. Very.
I think he means 50 naked Stratuses.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, I didn't know if you saw,
one day those would be rare as hell.
Big Bad Toy Store has that Wave 7. They're like less than $10 right now on sale on Big Bad Toy Store, like $6-7 for.
That's a good deal.
Wave 7, yeah.
Ryan says the Justin Marks script should have been made. Oh, that was a great script. Yeah, by far the best one I've seen proposed. That one's online.
Was that the Gray Skull? The title was like something Gray Skull. It was very like Lord of the Rings ish.
Yeah. Jordan says I had He-Man undies as a kid. I need those now. Just as a kid? I'm wearing it right now.
I'm like, hold on.
Uh-oh. Mike isn't pulling down his pants, is he?
What the heck?
Mike. Oh, look. Skeletor undies.
That's crazy, dude.
Bone Zone. Oh, wow.
That is insane.
Of the Bone Zone.
Dude, you got some really rare items in your collection, eh?
This is from obviously I haven't wore these, so they're like a collectible, I guess, right? They're harebrained. These are their undies, yeah. So
and that's licensed?
You could probably still get them.
That's licensed?
Wow. Is it licensed? I think so, yeah.
Bone Zone in the front. Master Universe Classic. One things I like about the original series is the character designs. They're all very creative. Yeah, the first series character, the Filmation character models are just beautiful. The animation models. They were always my preferred as a kid. Let's see. Mr. Home Arcade, just text me, Jay, afterwards, brother, because I have to go to work soon. I don't think you'll get to my comment by then. Okay. Well, we could get to his comment. Hang on.
Yeah, what is his comment?
brand Motu Origins, and I can include some of my customs, plus a super rare signed by the entire Flipboard team. A brand new Flipboard.
Wow. That is very generous, Mr.
Yeah, Martin. That is awesome.
That is incredible. 100%. It's of course welcome. We can totally do some giveaways. Actually, you know what, AJ? We were thinking if there's enough interest, we could do a giveaway of a pair of tickets here on He-Mania.com. So
yeah, sounds good.
Right now, if you'd like, if there's enough people and everyone's already subscribed to the channel.
I was like,
hey, Brick is here. Hey, Brick.
The tech thing is to do.
What's going on, bro?
I'll try to go through these platforms super fast. Okay.
Sylvania. Wow, man, we're getting a lot of international
Slovenia.
International guest. Thank you so much for joining us.
Cool.
Yeah.
Julko, thank you.
And then we got Gregory Dopp. Hi all, Cheerios. I kicked myself and decided to go.
All right,
I love it. I love it.
Excellent.
That's so awesome.
That is awesome. Let's see.
We'll see you there, brother.
100%. They should get a 4-hour ceremony with each person being carried on by platforms by Egyptian soldiers to royal music, and each one doing a speech.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure on them too, though.
Yeah. Here's one for you. Let's give it to you, Jay and Mike. From Gregory. Question: is the room block secured? Is the info available yet? I've been watching, but keep losing track.
We are still in talks. I was hoping, we're hoping to get an email literally today and lock it in. And hopefully, my hope is by tomorrow have a link for you guys. If not, it will be early next week at the very latest. I would hope to have that secured.
Mike,
But
when you get this info, do me a favor and send it to me as well. Like update the FAQ on the Kickstarter, but also
Yes.
send it to me and I could like create an article of just updated info. Like, here's the room rates or here's this or here's that.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
Ryan says my dioramas take his entire basement. Difficult to move. I think, yeah, I've seen those. Good lists all around. Okay, let's just try to. Okay, go through the chat. Oh, look at do you guys like Asterisk the Goal? I love that franchise. If you're not familiar, you guys familiar with that franchise?
Do you like Asterix? Yes, of course. Asterix the Gold. It's a popular French comic book. It's about two Vikings who are taking on the Roman army. It has a really fat guy, a really fat guy, and a really small Viking with a beard. You might have seen it. It's Richard Depardieu. He played.
He was a musketeer.
He was a musketeer, but he played the bigger guy in a movie a while back.
There's a movie about it. Nice.
There's a movie. It's a very, very popular comic book. So if
it
you look
in
it up,
French?
that's the go. Huh?
Is it in French? The movie?
It's been translated to multiple languages. The movie, I do believe is dubbed in English. I do believe it actually is available.
So it's in French, dubbed in English.
At the very least, there's the subtitled version out there for sure, 100%. But you should definitely read the comics. The comics are hilarious. They're fun. There's been multiple video games. It's mostly a French publication, but it has made its way all around the world. Would you love that franchise if you're not familiar with already? Watch the 12 Tasks of Asterisk, and I guarantee you'll love it. It's amazing. He's right.
So there's an animated movie, is what he's saying.
Yes, there are multiple animated television series, movies. One is a CG film. I think that's the one he's talking about, the 12 Tasks of Asterisk. So, yeah, cool.
Look at you, Jay. You're a plethora of knowledge, man. I want to get wasted with Mega J, Mike, AJ, Kenzo, and He-Maniacs. Yeah. Well, this may be like number 11, but I believe like the convention runs to around 7 o'clock, right, on a Saturday. And
yeah, but we have after-hour events. We're going to be planning a karaoke night, so 100% we're going to be
get
doing
your drinks on, right?
Really cool stuff. There's going to be a lobby swap. If we can convince the venue to let us do it. Worst case, it'll be a room lobby swap. So basically, you can go room to room to actually get your swap on. A lot of great events going on for after hour events and some more adult themed events as well. So good stuff.
For the honor of love. So Orner U83 says, have you all tried the Motu mobile game? It's a card game. No, I haven't yet, personally. I reported on it. It has Masters of the Revelation assets, and it's...
Yeah, no, I have not played that one.
Yeah. Skeletor would be the most important part in the movie. They need to nail him down for this to work out.
Jared Leto?
He already filmed his... I know a lot of people are calling for his film, his parts to be refilmed, which would cost...
Really? Honestly?
Yes.
Yes. Now, are these... Hold on. Are these just because he's,
he's Jared Leto?
Because it's such a bad reputation? Or, yeah. I mean, is that like... I'm just curious. Is it warranted, or is it just people are being people?
I think it's partial concern because of what happened with Tron Legacy, and they think, based on the controversies, that he's
that
box
is
office
so.
poison. And some of it is just hate for the actor. But I tell you what, this is a hot take. Me and Mike not together, saw Tron Ares, and we both enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
good.
See,
And he didn't look in it. He didn't.
I'm concerned that it's another in this day and age of digital social media, mobbish, mob mentality. Sorry, mob mentality. I am very concerned in many regards that it's just an attack on one person, which will ruin the film. I mean, it happened with Revelation. It happened with Revolution. And I'm sincerely hoping that everybody can look past that and just enjoy the movie for what it is. I mean, I have, as you guys know, I have my reservations, but I'm still gonna watch it, and I'm gonna enjoy it regardless. I mean, I absolutely love the 87 movie, and people can fight me on that. So
Yeah, me too, buddy. So Ryan Visiontic says Mr. Homearcade announced, or Mr. Homearcade for announcer bouncer. Okay.
announcer, I love it.
Show me your tickets.
Show me.
Let's see. Mossman Sean catching this late, but what's up, MOTUNIVERSE people? What's up? Good to see you. So let's see here. Should we start going through the Kickstarter?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. One thing. Oh, this is at Brick. Are you coming to Legion Con? Never mind. That's between those two. Okay, so let's do it. So let's add Jay's screen to the stage. And Jay, where are we at with 22 days to go? I think
we are at a massive amount, which is only possible because of everyone who supported this project. We honestly had no idea it would reach at this level. And as a matter of fact, our good friend Sean recorded the moment where we were, oh my gosh, where we actually had this opportunity, and man, we were gobsmacked by this. The audio is kind of low because obviously, the audio is kind of low, but we'll take a look at this moment. Just take a look at my expression and Mike's expression. I mean, this is just priceless. Take a look at this, guys. Watch this.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yeah, we were. I didn't even know that happened. That's the funny part. I didn't even know
Mike's nothing beats Mike's reaction though. Mike's reaction is absolutely just.
I'm gonna dub myself. Ready?
I'm surprised he didn't break his neck. Check this out.
Ah! I was like, man, I was sitting on my couch and was getting ready to eat dinner. We were talking about going live in another hour. That was so special, you guys. Like, I never imagined that we were gonna beat or hit our goal in just 6 hours. That was truly incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It was we were speechless. Like, none of us knew what to say. We had no idea. And then a few days later, we hit our first stretch goal of $10,000. And then we recorded that moment as well. But it was just as special. I think you were there, AJ, right? And it was incredible. It was just an incredible moment. And then it just kept climbing slowly, and now we're at $11,667. Somebody donated $1 last night, which was great because we were at a weird little number there. It was kind of weird.
But 666, please.
It climbed. What live stream were we on? Because we've been on tons of live streams. So what live stream were we on when it just?
That was Kenzo last night.
It was Kenzo's live stream. We saw it climb right before. Like, as soon as I switched to it, it started climbing. We're like, wow.
Yeah. And
we are so grateful to everybody who's been contributing. You guys are freaking amazing. Thank you so much for this. It's been incredible. Please continue to support us, guys. We have 22 days left to go. Plenty of time to get this number up past 15,000, past 20,000 and all the way up to our grand goal of 25,000, which I'll explain what we get if we reach those milestones. But first and foremost, if everybody's interested, please head over to MOTUNIVERSECon.com. This is where you're going to be able to sign up for our mailing list, which is very important, as that is how we're going to be able to get you the latest news and updates about what's happening for MOTUNIVERSE. This, of course, is powered by He-Mania.com, our huge supporters in this, great partners. They have been instrumental in helping get the word out. Thank you to He-Mania.com for all their support. The event will be happening at the Torrance Marriott, Redondo Beach, California, May 23rd to 24th, 2026. That is Memorial Day weekend, and we are super stoked. The Kickstarter is live, so guys, please support us there. We would really, really appreciate it. Anything helps, even if it's $1, $2, $10, $15. We really appreciate all the support. Only 211 days, 19 hours, and 59 minutes. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And if you are interested, sign up for their mailing list, as I mentioned earlier. This is how you're going to find out all the latest updates and news about what's happening with MOTUNIVERSE. As well, if you're a vendor, in the message section, please indicate that you are a vendor or an exhibitor, and we will definitely get back to you as soon as the exhibitors packages are ready to go, and you can sign up for that. I did want to say you got to hurry if you want to get in on the on the founders packages, everybody, because Mike, JJ, we are down to our last 37 founders packages.
Only 37 left.
This is crazy.
I think it's
36 now, actually.
Down to 36.
36 now, actually. I haven't updated this yet. We're down to 36. And
now, let me talk to these guys real quick about the founders packages, because you guys are going to be like the Royal 100. So there's only 100 founders packages, and you're going to have all this gear that you're going to get prior to the show, or upon arrival of the show, that shows that you were one of the 100 that made this convention possible. And especially with that shirt that includes that you are a founder. And literally, people are going to be walking up to you, including Jay, Mike, and myself, saying, thank you. Thank you for being a founder. Thank you for making MOTUNIVERSE happen. Thank you for making this experience a reality. And as hundreds and hundreds of people will be there and we're all celebrating, we'll look to you guys as celebrities as well, because you were the ones that expanded the floor space, that got us extra celebrities, that made this show a reality, the biggest MOTU convention ever. And and you will always be immortalized on He-Mania.com. So we plan, once we have the 100 founders set, if you are okay with having your name listed, we're going to list the 100 founders, consider it like a digital plaque. Thanking you for always, being the ones that created and made MOTUNIVERSE possible. So this is really, if you guys could swing it, we know a lot of people, aren't financially there, and we understand that too. And we're just, thank you, even if you could contribute $1, thank you very much for supporting. But the ones that are founders, and if you could swing it, it would be so great, and we'll be, forever in your debt.
100%. We are already incredibly grateful for all the support given to us by everyone who's already pledged an amount, and you guys are absolutely the best. The founders packages, if anybody's interested, comes with very unique items, which are in thanks and gratitude for becoming a founder and really helping us to get this show off the ground. And we really want to recognize all of those efforts. It comes with a founders members pin, which is exclusive only to the founders themselves. If you purchase this, again, there will only be 100 founders total. So this is a very exclusive pin. And of course, if you wear this around the convention center, pretty much every member of staff will be giving you a good journey salute, as you have truly made this an incredible journey. And we really do want to thank you every single time we see you. It will include a founding members medallion, which is a pretty substantial medallion coin. It's massive. It is literally 50 millimeters in diameter. It is a beautiful coin. This, of course, is not it. This is the Champions of Neferity Flipper Frank coin. But very similar in its overall size, and it is going to be gold. And as you can see, it does have founding members, founders medallion in recognition and thanks, MOTUNIVERSE 2026. We're still working on the graphics on the front, but I think everyone will be very happy with the final design, as it is pretty much well connected to Master Universe.
Yeah.
It will also come with the founders members T-shirt. This is not the artwork for the T-shirt. The T-shirt is very specific to MOTUNIVERSE, but we are very, very excited to be able to have an exclusive artwork, probably by our good friend JP of Thundercats Classics. He's very excited to be working on the.
Kind of want to get that shirt though as a joke to wear it one day at the con. Like it's just the MOTUNIVERSE and says founding member.
But it's not technically a joke. We're all technically founding members, but
just because like that's the first thing we had put up, because we were, we're obviously doing this. We're trying to fundraise in a rush, I guess, right? Not in a rush, but we're trying to fundraise and have time still to do stuff. So getting this artwork done, we don't want to like rush artwork and rush the artist. We want to give them the time to, and again, Jay and I are fanboys. Like I promise you, this is going to be an awesome shirt.
I think what Mike's actually trying to say is that we are unfortunately short on time. By the time that Mike and I had actually put this put pen to paper on this, because we've been talking about this for a few months, but the reality is that the legwork involved in getting this done was daunting. I mean, I'm in Canada, Mike's in California, we're worlds away, right? And unfortunately, I can't, like, the things that I'm used to doing, calling hotels, getting pricing on this, getting pricing on that, that's just not available to me. I don't know anything about California, so I'd be calling hotels blindly, thinking they'd be good. Mike actually went out to each hotel that we scouted and took a look and see if it was even viable. And he lives in San Diego, so it's not like it's anywhere close. I mean,
he has a full-time job.
And he has a full-time job.
I spent lots of days off dedicated over the summer to make sure we got a proper spot,
So it took a long time to get this coordinated. And the thing is that if you think about that, we spent the majority of our time setting this up. So by the time we came around to the idea that we needed to fundraise this thing, I basically was like, screw it, I'm selling my collection and let's just get the money that way. And people were like, no, stop, what are you doing, you're an idiot. And I'm like, no, okay. But it was decided that we needed to go in a fundraising route, and people said, no, we'll do this through Kickstarter. And I had my reservations about that too, but I think Kickstarter is a trusted source. People do trust it. It's a safe source as well. It's not like your money is going to a strange a PayPal account that nobody can get access to, right? And because the community really has driven this to the point of where it is right now, it's a very community-driven event, and we are so humbled and grateful to the community. And obviously, Mike, myself, AJ, we're all part of this community together. And accountability, like we have a lot of people who are on the team, and we're going to hold each other accountable to this. And that's actually why, because there are obviously people are like, oh, it's Kickstarter, oh, things like that. Be aware, right? And yes, you should be aware. Absolutely, you should be aware. But I think that everybody on this team is dedicated. We're resolute, and we are excited to be bringing this to the community here at for the Master Universe. So we're very, very excited. And of course, the package does come with a VIP pass, which gets you early access to events, 1 hour early access to the show. You also get premium access to signings and activities, and all access to evening events, including karaoke. So AJ, you and I, we're on that train. We're gonna go so glow. We're gonna get a good time. It's a good time.
Guys, I don't think the stream, by the way, made it to Instagram. I don't know.
No, it didn't. I checked. Yeah.
What would happen if I reconnected now?
You can try. I think it might actually go.
Could you go back, or would it just start from now? It probably just start.
It would start from now. You can't really go back because it's alive, right? I think it's fine. I don't think it ever really went, but it's okay. Like we're good.
Upload the good parts to Instagram later.
Yeah.
The good parts. I love it. Yeah, the little social bits. They're fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, please, if you are interested, we are hugely grateful for all your support. We've already reached $11,667 in pledges, and we know that this is going to keep going up, and we know that you guys are all behind us, and we are very, very excited. I did want to mention that you don't have to worry about pledging now and having the funds taken out of your account. That's not how it works. We only get the money once the campaign ends, and you can rest assured that if you have to move money around or you're a little bit short this week or next month, up to the end of when we actually have the event, the fundraiser, I believe it's November 15th.
November 15th is going to be the last day, correct?
November 15th will be the last day. So that's when you can start planning about, how to move the money around. But basically, if you put a pledge in right now, it will not come out until November 15th. So you have plenty of time to figure that the whole situation out. But you don't want to sleep on these founders members packages. They are only 37 left, and they are going very, very fast. Like every time we blink, it's like somebody's already purchased another one. So yeah, we are very excited, and thank you guys once again for supporting us. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Yep. So let's say hello to a couple more people here. Looks like Dave made it. This is maybe Dave's YouTube. Yeah, I think this is Dave. Dave helps me. He's a buddy of mine. He helps me a lot with the news on He-Mania, meaning he always, any news he kind of catches, he just sends my way and makes sure I know. Now, a lot of times I do know, but I'm like, thank you anyway. I appreciate it, because sometimes I can miss something, and then I have. So he's outstanding. Also, we have Mauro Basti. How do you pronounce that, guys? Bastianini?
It's Bastianini. Yeah.
Hello, fellow maniacs. Good to see you, Mauro. Oh, look at this. It's John.
There he is.
It is.
John, I was mentioning you before, John, earlier in this cast, that you were one of the guys pushing me for years to finally do something live. And it took Jay to hit me over the head to finally do it. But I did it. And we got to have John on real soon. So, and it is Dave. Great. So, guys, do you want to get into your favorite con moment of all time? You can only pick one. Looking at you, Jay, you can only pick one, like your favorite con. I know community is huge, right? Hanging out with the community would obviously be number one, probably any con, right? Unless you're just solo and you don't know anybody. So in regards to celebrities or events or something like that, or some sort of panel,
I mean,
who wants to go first?
I'll just cover this moment, because I'm racking my brain thinking the actual con moment. But I mean, I was honored outside the con, with a touching gift, and I don't like to talk about it much because it's one of these things where it can be misconstrued very easily. So I think you guys know what I'm talking about, but I'll just say thank you to everybody who made that happen.
I was going to find a photo. You want me to show you a picture?
You can show it, I guess. I mean, it's just as you know, I don't like to talk about it much, because again, it can be a lot of people can take it the wrong way, if anything. But it really was a touching
picture of us where you're holding the gift in your hand.
It really was. But
John,
in terms of
just got my founder's package because we have the power.
Are you serious? Wait a second here.
Nice.
Hold on.
Let's check this out.
Yeah, let's check this out. If you want to just share my screen again.
Okay.
Are you carpooling with Kenny?
Are we shared?
You guys should carpool out. Road trip.
All right, let's have a look, guys. So we were at 11,667, and John, oh my God, John, oh my gosh. Thank you,
35
John.
Left.
Thank you.
Going fast,
Now we're down
guys.
to 35.
So 2 went during the show. That's excellent.
Holy crap.
You guys are the best community in the world. You really are.
Crazy.
We're going to have such a good time
Oh,
together. And
I
John,
love hanging out with John. John. I have. Actually, this is one of my. I'll be honest with you. This is actually one of my favorite. Now that John,
here we got to show. We got to show Mike's photo real quick here.
All right, fine. We'll show Mike's photo, but I do want to share my moment with John. Yeah,
there we go.
That was crazy. That was insane.
Look at that Mondo figure. If anyone didn't notice,
it was also open bar that night, so both of us had.
We were a bit tipsy that night.
We were a bit
inebriated.
Yes, there you go.
But huge shout out to everybody at Mondo. It's just an incredible honor, and of course my good friend Tommy Hodges. Just I don't know what I did to deserve that. I mean, I'm just the most annoying prick sometimes. So to me, I just didn't understand why anybody would honor me like that. But all those guys are just such incredible people. And I want to give a huge shout out to JF Geek Dead Life. I mean, that was a great party. You know what I mean? It was a fun time, and all of us were there to celebrate it, and that was the most touching part about it. As you said, AJ, Mike was there. The Geek Dad Life was there. So was what's it called? Toy Habits, Jane.
Toy Habits. You had Pixel Dan. You had John Wonder. What's his?
Just Toy Tubers galore. It was. And that was what it was.
Toy
the point,
Tubers
right? It was
party.
The Toy Tubers, panel, right? It was. That's what it was.
Nostalgia Unboxed.
Right. So everyone was there. Hatter was there. All of our friends. You know what I mean? And all of our peers as well. Which again, I'm very cognizant about what that was, and I just am so humbled and so grateful. So that would be my number one moment of all time, but that was outside the con. Okay. So one of my favorite moments at the con, which was hilarious. And John knows what I'm talking about, because this was just we were at the con. We were hungry as fuck. And I said, okay, John, we got to go get some grub. And he basically said, all right, we should go. We should go. So actually, for the first time, we actually went out and we had to get coffee. So we went out and we went to Dunkin' Donuts, and there was this place across the street, and John looks at it and he's like, hey, Zaxby's. And I'm like, what's that? He's like, oh, it's like Raising Cane's. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I was completely taken. I was like, is this the Bible? Like, what are we talking about? Are Raising Cane's? Like the exact what's going on here? And he just started laughing hysterically.
That's how you know you're not American. You don't know what Raising Cane's is.
Dude, I have no idea what you guys are. I was like, he was talking moon language to me. It was like, what are you saying?
They just opened one up about 5 minutes from me.
I was like, and I told John, I was like, I haven't been to church in a while. You're gonna have to forgive me, because I thought he was talking about like raising Lazarus or something, like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, what the heck is he talking about, Raising Cane's? Like, and I said, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's chicken fingers, man. Right? And there it is. See, that's what I'm talking about. He goes, it's awesome chicken finger. It's awesome chicken. I'm like, dude, you just like I have no idea what you're talking about, right? I was like, is it like Chick-fil-A or something like that, or something? And he's like, no, man, it's completely different. I'm like, God dang, like whatever, man. Like, we're here for coffee, right? And then one night, so that was during the con, but then one night, and I told everybody about this experience, and everybody's American, right? So they're all laughing. So one night, him and I are just hanging out, but we're starving, so we're like looking all over the place. And he goes to me, all right, you know what? You haven't had Zaxby's, right? And I said, what, Raising Cane's? And he's like, yeah, we got to get some Zaxby's. So I'm like, all right, there aren't that many options in this hotel, that's for sure. So, so he goes and tries for 2 hours. We were literally walking around and he was trying to figure out how to get to Zaxby's. And for the longest time, he's like, okay, if we take an Uber, it'll take another half an hour. We do this, we do. So we were literally just like waiting to try to figure out how to get to this place. And I was like, dude, wasn't it just like across the bridge? And he's like, yeah, but we don't have a car, because actually this was at the same place in 2 different times. And finally, after about an hour and a half, he finally said, okay, I'm just going to order it. I'm just going to order it online. But then it took another half an hour to figure out how to order it online. So him and I are we're just meeting friends and having drinks, and everybody's just like, everybody's around us. We're all having a grand old time. And he finally says, all right, I finally ordered it. I finally figured it out. Right. I'm like, how did you? What was it? He goes, Uber Eats. I'm like, for crying out loud. I was like, it took us a half an hour to figure out that we could order and he was like, yeah, but I was trying on the app. I was trying on this, and I was like, dude, we're not in Texas. We're in freaking. Oh my God, we're in Atlanta, not Atlanta. We're in Georgia, and he's like, yeah, but it should work. And I'm like, dude, because we were already kind of buzzed too. Like it was one of those.
Sounds
nights,
it, yeah.
right.
Nice.
But no word of a lie. No, this story's gone on way too long. But no word of a lie. It took another half an hour, obviously, another half an hour to get the chicken. But when that chicken arrived, I'm already fucking. I'm dying. I'm hungover. I'm not hungover, but I'm buzzed. I'm starving, right? And that freaking chicken comes. And I swear to God, John goes overboard sometimes, though. I think he ordered enough for 12 people. It was insane. So he's got like all these. I've never seen so many chicken fingers in my life. I was like, what the hell, John? He's like, dude, you never had them. You gotta try them. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, what's with all the fucking cups? And he's like, oh, those are different sauces you can try. I'm like, holy crap, right? Yeah. So all of a sudden, and I don't know what it is with the chicken in America, though, man. I have no idea. But and it must have been because I was also, kind of buzzed. But it was some of the best chicken I've ever had in my life. I was like, but I was starving too. I was absolutely freaking famished. So it could have been like a mix of everything. But at the end of the day, when I had that first chicken finger, I was like, Jesus, what the hell is this? Raising Cane's? You just raised me. Like, this is nuts. This is absolutely bonkers. And ever since then, I've been talking about it to all my Canadian friends. I'm like, what the fuck are you? And they're the other time, what the hell are you talking about? Raising Cane's, freaking Zaxby's. Like, are you on drugs? I'm like, no, man. I was like, you got to go to America,
Raising
brother.
Cane's is pretty good,
dude. But we didn't have Raising Cane's. We had Zaxby.
Oh, yeah. I've never had Zaxby's. That's probably an East Coast thing, I think.
I never expected that to be your favorite con event.
Oh, man. At the end of the day,
mine was very different.
At the end of the day, it ended up being just hanging out with my good friend John. And, that was, as you said, hanging out with other people. But if you want a specific, very, 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 very
you can't do another one because we only got 9 minutes.
It's only one word. It was sharing a moment with the Hatter crew and having a panel at San Diego Comic-Con twice for Flipboard and the Champions of the Faraday. That was my absolute.
That's what I thought was going to be your answer. Then we got these chicken fingers. What are all these cups?
San Diego Comic-Con tent with his name on it. That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah. All right, Mike, your turn.
So mine is not about Raising Cane's or any food. But obviously throughout the years at PowerCon, hanging out with everybody has been amazing. But I do have a photo of my favorite moment ever. If you want to bring that up, this is me.
Oh, hang on. That didn't work. Let's try this again. There we go.
So this is me and Mark Taylor and his wife Rebecca.
Oh, and you have the same shirts.
I was wearing the shirt from Retro Rags. Did an exclusive 5-pack of shirts, and you had to buy all 5 to get that one. And I'm like, I'm doing it. So I got all 5 shirts to get that shirt and rocked it that day. And he was wearing it obviously the same day. And
who's that young guy at the end? Who's that young guy at the end there? I don't recognize.
I know,
him.
Right?
Who's that young kid?
Strapping young
I don't
lad.
Recognize that kid?
Wasn't even in his 40s back then.
Who's that guy?
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that moment was so special. I will cherish that moment, and then just the conversation with them afterwards and him telling stories. I was at his booth for probably a good 20 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I've probably taken up too much of time. Like, people were trying to come up and talk, and we were still talking, and I felt so bad, like I was like, no, you're all to me kind of thing, right? So I eventually had to walk away, and but that moment was so special. Definitely stays.
That's a great photo. You
now
guys
I might have to
almost
get
look
some
like
Raising Cane's for lunch, Jay, because they literally opened a new one right down the road from me.
Dang, I'm like, if when we're down there, you got to bring it to another, like, I guess Raising Cane's, because I guess that's not a thing.
I think you got to get drunk first, though, because that food, doesn't.
I want to experience the actual flavor. You know what I mean? Because it blew me away. Like with
last time I had it, I actually, with Raising Cane's, they have this special sauce, and I was like, oh, the sauce is kind of overrated, for being honest.
No, the one I really liked was this. I think it was like a ranch sauce. I think it was like
Yeah.
it was really nice. It was
Nice.
like it was again. It might have been the buzz, but at the end of the day, it was a really nice thing. And I thank John for like introducing me to that, because again, we went like that story went everywhere, right? But it was just one of those things where I'd heard Raising Cane's. I'm like, is it a Bible verse? Like I was really like confused. I was very confused.
That's funny. I did see someone in the comments put something about the Filmation letter there.
Let me find that here. Yeah, I was going to go to it real quick. I gave you mine.
417 Masters of the Universe Classic. 417.
So
right
answer
below,
that question.
Right
Yeah,
below Emerald Knight.
There we go.
There it is. Yep, that's it.
Yep.
Looks very cool. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
It is
well,
very
there's Kenzo and our good friend Faker Battle Cat. Their stickers and my sticker. But this Orko was signed by Lou Scheimer, and the letter here. Here, I can read it real quick. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. It says, "Dear He-Man and She-Ra fans, it touches my heart that nearly 20 years later, He-Man and Masters of the Universe and She-Ra Princess of Power action figures still hold importance to those that played with them as kids. They are what give an entire generation of fans an actual connection to the cartoons they watched as children. Seeing these figures cared for and loved throughout the years seemed more special than any new figure you could ever buy off the shelf at your local toy store or department store. They personify a child's spirit and represent the hours and hours of happiness the boy or girl enjoyed interacting with them. That is why when Filmation Archives asked me to sign these figures, I didn't think twice. It pleases me that some 20 years later, the power and honor of Grayskull is still alive and well in the hearts of those that love the show." And then, of course, he signed it. It was on the Filmation letterhead. That is my Grail piece. I love that piece. I had it loose when I bought it, so it was an eBay listing back in like the very early 2000s. I want to say it was either 2000 or 2001, when eBay was in its very early infancy. I started following like sellers I saw Filmation Archives was a seller on there. I was like, what? And they actually had a bunch of them. Well, not a bunch, but there was, I want to say 5 or 6 different figures. The Orko one spoke to me because that was the one that, Lou voiced. So I was lucky enough to win that one. And I actually just got it shadow boxed very nicely with museum glass and the whole shebang just a couple years ago. Because, it was in a storage box for many, many years as I was going through college and all that. And I finally wanted to do it some proper justice.
That's great. All right, so my story real quick. It wasn't at a convention. It was just like I guess you could call it a convention. I don't know. It was called Chiller Theater in Parsippany, New Jersey. And it's an hotel. I guess it's a convention for really old people because they gather stars from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s.
Oh my goodness.
And they bring them to this hotel area lobby with different, rooms, and they autograph and take photos. And like they'll bring back people from the Munsters. They'll bring back they had Lita Ford there from the 80s, or she was like this heavy metal rock goddess. And they bring people like the Brady Bunch. Well, one year, was it last year? Might have been last year, in the beginning of the year, because it's twice a year. William Shatner was attending. And we were always a fan in my house. My father was born in Berlin, Germany, and when he came to this country, he came to 18. He wasn't into sci-fi, but for some reason he liked Star Trek. And he loved Captain Kirk because he was a ladies' man. And something about him and maybe a little bit of Buck Rogers just appealed to my dad. And he might have lived vicariously through William Shatner. So, when I saw he appeared, I was immediately thinking Masters of the Universe Revolution. I'm thinking Keldor, and the Keldor figures had just come out. So I'm like, why not just, get my figures signed? So I went that morning to Chiller Theater. I was in a huge, huge line. And you know what? I actually I'll pull this up on my website, some pictures. And everyone had Star Trek this and Star Trek that, posters, DVDs, Star Trek figures, I even saw some Twilight Zone stuff because he was in a very old Twilight Zone episode, a classic episode. But no one had anything from Masters of the Universe.
I was going to say, you show up with Masters of the Universe Hordak, and he's like,
Well, I showed up with Keldor. So what I
Yeah.
did was I got 2 Masterverse Keldors and a gold pen. I thought it would look really nice on the Masterverse packaging. And I brought 2 in case something happened with the signature, that I could have another one to sign. So I got in line and he was moving everyone fast. Sign. If you're taking a picture, go. Sign, picture, go. Literally had 10 seconds, 8 seconds with the guy, and then because his lines were so huge. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to talk to him. And I'm not going to really be able to have a conversation with him. But still, he's an icon. He's in his 90s. I'm going to be able to meet him. And yeah, it looks like I have here we go. So let me just share this real quick. Is it sharing? No.
Mm-mm.
Remove other
Jay,
media
you're
from
muted.
streams. Oh, it was his. Yeah, Jay, you're muted. Let's see if I can expand this here. So essentially this was outside the hotel. But what would happen is I got in line, and once it was my turn to see William Shatner, here's all the crowds going in and stuff, and there's William in front of his sign. Once I got to see William Shatner, I immediately gave him my figure, and I took a quick picture with him. Let me try to pull this out here, and I took a picture with him, and there's the figure is signed, and but I quickly said to him, that and I wrote my quotes here because I wrote this all down after I had the signature. I said, so do you think you'll play Keldor again? And William Shatner said, I don't know, maybe if Kevin called me. And for a second, I thought that was it. He signed a figure, next turn. But then he says to me, he says, can I see that again? That figure again? He goes, wait a minute, let me see that again. So I show him the figure, and William Shatner says, is that out? And I say, the show? Yes, it aired in January. And he's like, this is the character I played? And immediately I'm thinking,
No.
that he did the voice, and either he didn't remember, what he
Yeah.
was, and I said, yes, Keldor, you were absolutely terrific as him. And then William Shatner, he took the figure back in his hand, looked over the box, front to back, read the bio. And I said, this actually just came out, meaning the figures. I have another figure here if you want one. And he was like, no, no. And I said, seriously, it's just an extra. I would happy to give you one. And let me just get off here. So, but he was like, no, no. He was, how cool would it be to say I gave, William
That would have
Shatner
been really cool.
Oh
a
yeah.
Masterverse Keldor figure?
Yeah.
But he ended up, as he's handling it, looking at the artwork, we're like together like for 2 minutes. After 10 seconds with everyone, we're together like 2 minutes.
Nice.
And
everyone in line's like, what the heck?
yeah, and then he ends up smudging the signature because he already signed it. He smudged it a little. So the guy at security said, let him sign the other one for you. Now, normally you would have to pay for 2 signatures, if you're getting 2 figures signed, but
Sure,
I
of
only paid for one. So
Yeah.
then he signed my second one. And I told him I was a big fan or whatever. And then after I walked away, everyone was like, how did you were you able to talk to him for so long?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, it was great. So immediately I got to this like little bar, and I immediately started typing in my phone the exact conversation while it was still fresh in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here are let me take this off. Try to share this. So they're in protective packaging.
Yes.
Nice.
And I don't know if you can see because it's gold pen, but here
Got to lift them just a little bit to get the signature.
You got to lift it up.
Lift them up.
Raise them up.
There you go.
Yep, I see them.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. The one on the left, your left, the one on your left is smudged a little bit.
Yeah, I see the smudged one.
Yeah. It's got his fingerprint. I got William Shatner's fingerprint.
Even better. It's even better. He's got its actual fingerprint. You got the fingerprint.
Yeah. So, it looked like, if it was possible, it was the first time he ever saw a Keldor figure before. And and since then I saw other people get Keldor figures signed, but yeah, it was really cool.
Very
So
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
It might just be that he didn't recognize because the action figures oftentimes don't look exactly the way they are in the show. So it could be he just didn't recognize it as an action figure, right? So that's possible.
yeah.
But he is getting up there in age now. Well, he's
Yeah.
90, right? He's like
92.
And
or
he
something.
was like a machine. So when he first signed it, he's not even looking at the things he's
nope,
signing, because you're doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds or
absolutely.
thousands. And that's why he asked to have it back once I asked about the show, because then he's like, oh shit, what did I just sign? So yeah, it was really cool to have that little piece of history. And yeah, he's like up there now, 93, 94, maybe 95. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's still spry. I mean, he's walking around by himself. You know what I mean? But it's pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah.
did they give him a comfortable chair, or was it one of those bar stools, which is absolutely horrid for people?
I don't know. Yeah, I can't really. Let me
Looks
see.
like a bar stool to me, which is terrible, man. That's
Yeah, I don't see a back, but let's see if there was one from the side.
somebody's
No, I
covering
can't
it.
tell. I
Yeah,
can't tell.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, do I have the
he's a
autograph?
trooper, man. He's a trooper. He's at every convention. He's there. Go back to where you're standing with him. Yeah, that.
Oh, where I'm standing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is a stool. If it's a back, if there's a back to it, it's one of those half backs.
Yeah.
You know, the little half back stools. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Good stuff.
good
Yeah.
stuff. Brother. That's a great moment. Congratulations. That is excellent.
So, I think we've reached the end of this because Mike has an appointment, I believe.
Yeah, I got to be somewhere in about 25 minutes, but I still got time. It's fine.
All right, let me get. Sorry, guys. You can tell I'm still a little new at this. Why can't I get out of full screen here? There we go.
You got to hit the
Removed
yeah.
from stage.
No, I mean I had it full screen, so I couldn't.
Mm.
I couldn't see the icons and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, but there we go. Exciting times, man, and I'm excited about MOTUNIVERSE, and it's great that we got some people to sign up right during the show.
Absolutely. So
Right,
if you click on Emerald Knight Photo's last comment, I'm curious because I did want to share something really quick because we have a couple of guests we've already confirmed. So might as well just really quickly because I know Mike has a few minutes, so I just wanted to do this really quickly. John says so awesome, AJ, to share that moment with the chat.
The chat.
With the chat. Okay. So that comes from Kenny. Actually, that's a fun little inside joke because I actually Kenny was watching my live stream about that or one of my things, and I sort of mentioned that it was the Shatner, right? And then he just kept hashtag Shat, and it's been this thing going with Kenny for a while now.
Nice.
But
That's common. A lot of people call him the Shat. It's
there you go.
Yeah.
But between us, it's a funny thing. But he also mentioned, when are we going to get the Master Universe Redemption? Which of course a lot of us are speculating would have been the third season for Master Universe Netflix series, right? So if you want to just share if you just want to share my screen really quick, I just wanted to.
Okay, well, really quick, I just want to say hello to Psycho Orange. Thanks for coming by. And let's see, do we have anything else? I'll be 55 next October. Wow. Congratulations.
Wow, congratulations, bro.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. Yeah, we got fans in the 50s. We even in the forums have some fans in the 60s and someone in their 70s.
So good.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really a great community. Okay, let me share your screen there. Add to stage.
Yeah, really quick. So we have some wonderful guests who are joining us this year who've already been confirmed, and we are very blessed and honored to have them. I'll just scroll down to the full list. So really quickly, we are very excited to be welcoming Tony Washington, artist guest of honor, who's worked on some amazing artwork. The man is incredibly talented. He's even worked on some professional work for Master Universe, including Icons of Evil, Merman Rides with the Snake Man, and Master Universe comic books with MVC Creations. You can meet Tony Washington at MOTUNIVERSE 2026. We're even getting a exclusive print, which he's going to debut very, very soon. We're hoping that we'll get some ideas as to what it looks like. We're very excited about that. Joshua Sky, the writer of the mini comics, many of them, in fact, for Master Universe Origins, he's literally writing the lore of the Master Universe. It's amazing to be able to have Joshua at the show. He wrote The Mask of Magi, The Crisis at the Multicore, and of course, he's a wonderful writer of Heavy Metal, which just did a Kickstarter and did an incredible raise for their return. And I didn't even know this. He actually wrote for theatrical campaigns like The Predator and Deadpool 2. The man's been holding out on us, AJ. This guy's sneaky little. And then, of course, we are super excited about William Stout, conceptual artist and designer, guest of honor. Guys, if you don't already know, Mr. Stout has been involved in multiple movies, but the one, of course, most significant to us is he designed the character designs for He-Man, Teela, Skeletor, and Man-at-Arms. And they literally, for the most part, look exactly the way they look on screen as they did when he designed them in his sketchbook. So we are very, very excited to have William Stout at MOTUNIVERSE 2026. We're very excited. He's worked on multiple movies, and his designs have actually, many people believe his designs inspired Jurassic Park. And then there's Tim Sheridan. And to John's question, we don't know this is for sure, but Tim has worked on some amazing things himself. He's worked on Transformers: War for Cybertron, the Netflix series. He's worked on the DC direct-to-DVD movie Superman: Man of Tomorrow, and of course, he worked on both Master Universe Revelation and Revolution. And he hinted at something really interesting in his bio right at the end. He said, "He fans redacted. Sorry, but watch this space." So I don't know, John, AJ. Mike, I don't know what that means, but
right,
something's in the works at Mattel and perhaps possibly on Netflix or maybe another studio.
Could be that web series that they're talking about. It could be
anything,
some sort of new comic, because he's definitely involved with the Dark Horse team and all that too.
But in order to know for sure, you have to be at MOTUNIVERSE 2026. And don't forget, he is the voice of King Miro. And what was it you said, AJ? You said that
he's the only man that can claim that he's the father of both Mark Hamill and William Shatner.
That's awesome.
That's so my boys.
Those are my boys. That is so cool. I love that.
It is so cool. So, and guys, remember these 4 guests are only the tip of the iceberg. There is going to be a lot more guests, but these were guests that in a rush were graciously willing to be listed in the Kickstarter campaign, as we're crowdfunding. But do not mistake that as that's going to be it. No, that is just the tip of the iceberg, and it's just going to get bigger.
More in the works. We're just trying to finalize before we announce.
Yes. Yep. We're only announcing just a tip.
Yep.
Just a tip.
Oh, man.
I don't want to touch that, literally or figuratively.
Right there. Don't be afraid.
Well, I know Mike's got to run. So, right. So, gentlemen, it has been an honor, and we'll have to do this again real soon, during the length of the Kickstarter and beyond.
Shout out to He-Mania.com. Thank you so much, AJ.
Yes, AJ, thank you. It's been an honor to be able to be on your first live. It's really cool.
It's an honor to have you guys. Be sure to visit Mega J Retro on YouTube and on Instagram, and Attorney and Royalty. His bread and butter's on Instagram, but he's also on YouTube. And
follow He-Mania.com, guys. Follow He-Mania.com on all their social medias. It's the one place you can find all the information for MOTUNIVERSE 2026. And let's go have some Raising Canes and Zach when we see each other. It's gonna be fun.
And remember, guys, we are all He-Maniacs. That's it. See you later, guys. Bye.
Take care, guys.
See ya.